welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. This is going to be a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the period of June the 1st to the 15th, 2021. Okay, let's start with the Storyteller Oracle cards to see what the predominant storyline is here for Leo. What is the main storyline here for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the beginning of June? Ooh, cards. Thank you. Ooh, lots of things for Leo here. Thank you so much. Okay, great. All right, let's see what order these cards go in. I hope everyone is taking care of themselves post-lunar eclipse. It was a very transformative time. Self-care is really key right now. What is the first card here? Thank you. Okay, so let's start with your reading here, Leo. Okay, so you seem to be a little closed off, Leo. What's going on? That's not like a Leo. You seem to be closed to something. Let's keep going here. Something in your intuition. Something in your intuition is challenging you. It's challenging you creatively, and it's challenging your relationships. Okay, yeah, it has to do with something regarding your sense of self. Something that you're not talking about right now. Makes sense because you're not really, you're feeling like your intuition, you're so on it, and you're a little closed off about this. Yeah, it's got your heart pulled on. So it's an emotional time for you right now, Leo. There, yeah, looks like a double card here for relationships. So something in your relationships is hidden, but your intuition has been talking to you about it. Isn't that interesting how that goes? Whoops. So yeah, although it's hidden from you in the physical world, your intuition is telling you about it, and you're not trusting it, or it's challenging you because it's very emotional. It's hurting your heart. Yeah. Leo, we see the water sign card here. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, or you could be getting this card because of the highly emotional state that you're in right now. Like I said earlier, it's hurting your intuition, it's hurting your artistic abilities, your creative abilities. We see it's also hurting your inspiration. So that could be because you're not listening to your intuition. So when we block our intuition, we also block the source of our inspirations. Right? And so your confidence is just like your identity here. It's sort of stuck, right? You're stuck on a situation defining you potentially in the external world. And now you see that you have to make a change. You have to shift out of something, and you're feeling challenged to do that shift. Here's the shift card, just as I was saying the words. Yeah, it's almost like you'd rather not know. You'd rather be asleep to this. We see the earth sign card come up, so you could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or you could again be drawn to that feminine energy where you need to really understand this process. You are transforming. There is something about you that's changing, and it might have to do with an inner child wound that you've recently worked on, or that is still challenging you. Maybe it's just recently come to the surface, and yeah, it looks like you're looking for a shortcut to sort of, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to participate in this dynamic. This is a very challenging time, it appears. Well, you know, May was a very big transformative month, and so as June begins, we start to feel the energy of needing to take that transformative energy, and it changes us, right? It changes everything. So you could be undergoing a massive transformation from that cycle in May. Let's jump into the tarot cards here and see what's going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June 1st to the 15th. Leo, what is the main present storyline? Ooh, we're not going to take those. What is the main? Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Something clear to fall out. Okay, Page of Swords in reverse. So what's going on for Leo right now is a mental shift, just like we saw in the Storyteller Oracle cards. The shift card came up as I was talking about needing to start something new that's challenging you, a new direction. So when we see it in swords, that really says that it is about how it's how you define yourself. It's a mental idea of yourself. It's your true self. And it's almost like, you know, the Page of Swords is a time where we start to get that initial sort of childlike curiosity where we're like, I wonder, who can I become? Who am I? And this is challenging you. This transformative energy that you experienced in May that is sort of pushing into June now to show you what you can become, it's challenging you. Now, what exactly is the challenge here for Leo? What is the, thank you, what is the main obstacle here for Leo? The main obstacle for Leo is the idea that you can actually be self-sufficient and self-reliant. We saw lots of cards in here that indicated trouble with relationships. So, you know, maybe that's the big lesson that was transformed in May for you, is that you can be self-sufficient. What's top of mind here for Leo as they are undergoing this transformation and experiencing a shift? They're challenged by the idea that they can do this. Okay, so we see the Five of Swords and the Page of Cups as what's top of mind for you. So that suggests to me that there is a truth that you have to face on a mental level and understand it, okay? And it's something that is going to not necessarily be something easy to process, you know, but it's something that you have to face honestly before you move forward, okay? And it's in the Swords, just like the Page of Swords. So you're working here, Leo, with the mental side of yourself, the mind, the air, the reasoning, the judgment, the idea of that masculine energy that's very intellectual, has high levels of discernment. It's like a problem solver, a judge. It's tricky energy for you, Leo, because you're a fire sign, which is also masculine energy, but it's more spiritual, it's more intuitive. You know, it's more based on your will and your drive, right? So facing a truth like this, no wonder the cards are saying it's a challenge. And then we see the Page of Cups, which suggests, again, this emotional level where it's like, something emotional is needing a renewal. It's like something is transformative. We saw the transformation card come up here for you as well, but in reverse. And it's like you're transforming, and it's an emotional process, and it's got to be related to this mental truth that you're facing, that you would rather be asleep to. We saw the asleep card, but bear in mind, as long as you're asleep to it, all those other aspects of your intuition go to sleep too, like your inspiration, your creativity. We saw that. So what is at the bottom line here on this timeline? What is the bottom? Oh boy, so many things. Okay, I'm going to take some of these, not all of them, because that was crazy. But these came down face up. So we've got the King of Cups and the Three of Cups in reverse. So what that tells me in this position is that, you know, at the end of the day, you need to be more connected to your emotions and to look around to see what's going on in your relationships. We saw several relationship card indications here, right? We saw these two cards in reverse. We saw entanglement and collaboration in reverse. So that really screams volumes when you see the Three of Cups in reverse, because it says you need to look, you need to examine these. They might not be a partner, okay? I think we would get different cards if it was a partner. We would have seen unity here, and we would have seen maybe lovers in reverse or something, but I think these are friendships. I think these are friendships or business partnerships. These are close enough relationships that they're showing up in a general reading for if this resonates for you. And it's almost like you need to be more King of Cups right now. The King of Cups is really able to sort of be ambivalent and almost aloof to emotional things. Like he can be neutral, so he can look at something and sort of strip the emotion away from it and examine it and be present as an observer, in a sense, emotional observer, right? Without participating in the drama. That's what he says to me. So when I see this, it's like you're not interested in participating in any drama with any false friends or any friends that maybe, or associates of yours that may not be aligned with your new vibe, okay? Or what, you know what I'm saying? There's something that is hitting your intuition about a relationship or other, like, or relationships in your life. And it's like, you need to set different boundaries. The King of Cups says boundaries, right? Like, It's like you need boundaries around these people. You need some boundaries around these people. You need to look at this. This is what's causing all of this big shift. This truth you have to face could have something to do with one of these individuals, right? Interesting. Okay, well, what's happening here? How has this been affected by the recent past influences? Thank you. Knight of Swords in reverse. So the Knight of Swords in reverse suggests that there was sort of a sudden change that happened in the recent past, and it challenged you. And it's almost like you didn't see it coming. When I see the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like you didn't see it coming. You did not see this coming, Leo. You didn't expect this. This must have sucked in a lot of ways. Sorry, I don't know why I used that word, but this must have really sucked, and it's still sucking because you're stuck in it. You're still stuck going, really? Seriously, I was right? You saw hidden. The hidden card came up for you. It's like this seems like a truth that you felt on an intuitive level about a relationship in your life, but you're just like, really? This is it? Like, for real, I was right? And I think you were right. Whatever you thought, you were right, Taurus. What are the upcoming future influences here? I'm not going to take those. It's just the way they fell out. What are the future influences, please? Thank you. Very clear. Four of Pentacles. Now, in the Storyteller deck, we did see that Scarcity card come up, suggesting that, you know, there was no, we didn't. Four of Pentacles. So that suggests a time in the future where you may see the situation as being like, I don't have enough. I don't have enough resources to do what I want to do. I don't have, and you might even take this further and just be like, I don't have enough skill. I don't have enough resource. I don't have enough creativity, desire, will. You know, it's a self-talk. It's a negative self-talk where it's like, oh, it really is an energy that suggests that you feel like you have to hang on. You can't let go. It's an energy of hanging on really tightly to everything that you feel identifies who you are in the physical world. And this kind of energy holds us back from transformation, because if you're saying that, you know, I have to cling to this identity, then the identity is not going to change, right? Interesting. Or it'll at least be challenged. You know, when you see the Four of Pentacles upright, it suggests that energy is present, this energy of scarcity, that I don't have enough, so I have to hang on to what I have, and I can't let go. So the inner dialogue, yeah, it becomes a situation where when you look into the future, not so much with like excitement and curiosity, but with fear. You look into the future and think, what am I going to do? I'm not going to make it. I don't have enough. And that energy creates an inner storyline that suggests that it creates fear. This is the recipe for fear. What is the outer manifestation for this situation for Leo? The Chariot. So Leo, I mean, that is really about people see you as needing to make a decision about how to go forward, or to it's like people look at you and see you as extremely capable, but needing to do it. It's like needing to pull the trigger. It's like if this is your outer manifestation, people see you as being able to do anything. And that I'm sort of getting the feeling that people see that you can do it, even though your storyline is, I can't, I don't have enough. But other people seem to think that you can do anything. So what are the biggest worries and wishes for Leo right now? the thing you need to do the most, and the thing that you're sort of dreading the most, is to be in solitude. You don't want to step into this space where you evaluate things to see the wisdom of it. This is Virgo energy, and really suggests a time where you need to go away from the external world for a bit to re-examine situations, because you're entering into a new cycle here, Leo. You're entering into a new cycle here, and the outcome, what is the outcome of this cycle? The outcome of this cycle, look at what you got. You got the Emperor in reverse and Judgment. So Judgment really does suggest you're going to get what you deserve, you know, that it's going to happen for you. Whatever it is, whatever consequences cause and effect, it's going to come, and it's going to shift how you see yourself as a father figure, as an authority, as someone in response to authority figures. It's like going to turn when I see the Emperor in reverse, I think it's going to turn your whole world upside down, because you are starting a new cycle. And the Judgment card in a final outcome suggests that it's going to be like a situation where these two together really say that it's going to change how you see yourself, which is exactly what the Page of Swords is asking. We see him in reverse in the beginning of the reading, and it's interesting because it's like the Page of Swords in reverse, his sword is pointing down at you. But when you see the Emperor in reverse, his sword is pointing up. So it's almost like, it's really interesting to see this as an initial and an outcome, because it says to me that you really are going to flip the script. You know, you're going to flip the script on who you are. And it's like you're going to free yourself. But it's like you do have to face these truths. That's key. That seems to be very important in this timeline, that whatever these truths are, you have to face them, because the cause and effect of them, like, it's like the seeds that were planted are blooming. So whatever seeds were planted in the past, they're going to come up through the ground now, and it's going to change how you see yourself. Very interesting. So can we get some words of encouragement here for Leo as they're transforming? They're transforming into a whole other person. And we want to understand. The cards are being very funny tonight. What are the words of encouragement? Thank you. Okay, we see happiness. Okay, so it's time to feel some joy again, my friends. And transformation. I mean, you really are experiencing a big shift right now, Leo, and it looks like you're closing out a cycle and starting a new one. And it's important to insert some happy moments in your day if it gets to be too intense, because transformation is never, I mean, I guess it can be a walk in the park for some people, depends, but it looks like it's causing some significant emotions here for you. Any other words of encouragement for Leo? Thank you. 2. Voyage and healing chaos. So like we were just saying, when we're transforming, sometimes it can get messy, right? Like it can be chaotic, but it is healing in its own right. The chaos is sort of divinely timed to bring in truth as much as we can handle it. And it's like you're going to, we saw set sail in reverse for you in the storyteller oracle here. So you are going to set sail. This voyage card always makes me see the moon there. It's like you are going to let the moon guide you through that emotional water and that still moonlight. Beautiful. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me for this, Leo. If this reading has resonated and you would like a personal reading, my email's in the description below. And thank you all so much for your likes and subscription and just for watching and supporting the channel. And I hope to see you for the mid-June reading coming out soon. Okay, take care, everyone.